It is my great pleasure sharing with you all my research and also some tips or insights from my 2 decades of research career. So I hope my talk will be useful for the early career researchers and everyone too. Okay, let's get started. First, guys, do you think these 2 lines are of the same length? Who say yes? Well, they are different, see? So I would like you to put on your fact-based thinking hat. Yeah, because in the good old days, we have been told these 2 lines must be of the same length. Anyway, now just a quick intro about me. Well, currently, I'm a full professor at Hong Kong Metropolitan University, and previously, I served as an associate professor at Deakin University, and also I was the innovation head at Deakin Cyber Research and Innovation Center. And last year, I was fortunate enough to win the Researcher of the Year award, awarded by the Australian Information Security Association, ISA. And previously, I was also one of the Australia's top 25 analytics leader. Yeah, and you can see some happy photos here. Yep. So these are the awards photos. Yeah, and by the way, I'm also a fellow of the Australian Computer Society. And previously also, I received the Educator of the Year Gold Award by the Australian Computer Society and others awards. And here are some photos from my international collaboration. As you can see here, yeah, I was a visiting professor at University of Indonesia. You can see, yeah, they were very warm and made this big poster, yeah, I mean banner to welcome me. And also they make this thank you card, yeah, as you can see here. So I was very touched, yeah, and as you can see, I also love sharing my insights and experiences with everyone. And this photo was taken at Manila. And at Deakin, I was the director of this IBM Center of Excellence in Business Analytics, in which we have a great industry collaboration with IBM. And also, I'm active in industry forums as well, as you can see. Yeah, attending and sharing my insights with various stakeholders. And here is the list of my publications. As you can see, I've published over 100 papers in various journals and conferences, including these A-star and A journals. For example, decision support systems, information management, computer security, and so on. And I'm also the editor-in-chief emeritus of the Business Intelligence Research Journal, and I'm serving on a number of editorial boards as well for A and A-star journal, as you can see here. And I have edited 2 books as well. And also, I must thank and acknowledge my PhD research team, my research students. Yeah, so you can see here my PhD students that I'm co-supervising at Deakin University. And I have co-supervised 7 PhD graduates to completion. And for example, Dr. Ari Reza, who is now a lecturer at Human University. Now, I would like to share my first paper, Simulated Phishing Attack and Embedded Training Campaign. As we all know, phishing attack is a serious issue. So how can we prevent or at least increase the awareness of phishing attack? And you can see here, most of the research papers I'm sharing today, I am the first author. So I led and manage and the project. So now, guys, do you think this is a real email or a fake one? Wow, this is a fake one, as you can see here, Microsoft Dash Services, yeah. And this one, guys, is this a real email? No, okay, you see, another trick here, dash-ticketbookings.com. How about this one? Is this a real email?
It
or
looks
a fake
good
one?
It looks
Yeah.
cool. It looks
Good.
very nice, but
Yes.
fake, most likely.
Yep. Well, you're right. This is a good one. Yeah. This is from ACS. Yeah. So every week, I think we receive this ACS email. Okay. Yep. And this one, this one is a real or a fake one. Well, you can recognize easily. As you can tell, there's a typo here. So this is a fake one. How about this one? .com.au for ATO. No way, right? No way. So a fake one. How about this? This one, this is a fake one also. Okay, so for this research, we apply this operant conditioning theory. So like any other studies, it's great to have a theoretical foundation to support our research. So we apply operant conditioning theory. So according to the father of this theory, operant conditioning is a behaviorism learning method that occurs through rewards and punishments. So over here, so this to increase the behavior, so-called reinforcement. The users will receive congratulations message when they report the phishing email. Otherwise, we will implement this punishment. So they have to go through the embedded training. So this is the overall framework. As you can see here, reinforcement, report, then they get the congratulation email. Otherwise, if they open, even worse, if they open or click the email, then they have to go through the embedded training. Okay. And like this, at this case study organizations, so they have this fish alert report. So for example, when I received this invitation letter, wow, I was so happy to see that, whoa, I've been invited to give a keynote speech to a conference, and there's an attachment. So I was not too sure. You can see here, this sender is from outside your organization, the message, blah, blah. So in that case, what should we do? Well, because I'm a cybersecurity researcher, so instead of opening this attachment directly, I click this fish alert report. Okay, and therefore the cybersecurity team at the university can double check for me, and luckily, I did the right thing, and they told me, okay, congratulations, this is a real email. Okay, but sometimes it may not be the case, so you better click this fish alert report rather than opening the attachment directly, okay, just in case. And this is an example of the congratulation email, as you can see here. Like this one, I've reported a suspicious email, and the cybersecurity team has resolved it and added the sender to this, a phishing list, okay? So I have done a good thing. So for the university, the case study, this is the embedded training example. So there's a short video, and then the video will also explain, why this is a phishing email, okay? And showing some hints, okay? How to recognize a phishing email. And this is the records, So you can see the phishing campaign, over 10,000 emails. It has reached over 10,000 recipients. And then surprisingly, over 2,000, over 22% of the recipients have opened the email. Even though, it is a university, a highly educated environment, the users, they are all highly educated people, but yet over 2,000 people, over 20% have opened the email. And even worse, 600 people have clicked the email, and some even reply. So this is a nightmare. This is a disaster. And for the case study, over these 6-month periods, you can see, many users have opened the email. You can see the click rate here, 40%, ATO 26. But luckily, the Dropbox, that phishing email, okay, that simulated phishing email, only 7%, because the university was using OneDrive, okay, not Dropbox. That's why the success rate for this one is low. And then you can see others like Virgin ticket, yeah, the is quite high, the rate, because many users, yeah, they're either Qantas or Virgin customers. Yeah, so the insight for this is the strategies for designing phishing emails are becoming smarter. Even well-educated and experienced users can be deceived. Yeah, like this case study in this university environment. So we need to be aware. If we're not sure, we better report it, yeah, and let the cybersecurity team do the work for us. Okay. And I welcome your questions, yeah. Please feel free to type in the chat box, yeah. Now, moving on to my second paper on critical success factors for cybersecurity. This work has been published in a Computer and Security Journal, and as you can see, I'm the lead author and the project manager as well. So for this work, yeah, we try to come up with a so-called systematic literature review. As you can see here, yeah, through this systematic survey process, so we have searched through over 2,000 papers with the help of my research assistant, of course. And then here is an example of the analyzed articles. So you can see our metrics table here, authors, the article type, topic area, methodology, contribution, and things like that. And then also, we apply IT capability theory. Yeah. So we have 4 main dimensions here: IT process, IT organization, infrastructure, IT strategy. And from the literature analysis, we realized that nowadays the external factor is equally important. And therefore, based on that theory, we include another dimension, so-called external dimensions. Yeah, like the third-party service, the supply chains. Yeah, as you all know, for some companies, yeah, sometimes their internal security is great. However, their supply chain, their vendor, those people who can access to their system, yeah, may have an issue. Okay, yeah, and therefore it's equally important for us to pay attention to the supply chain and our vendors and those who can access to our system as well. And then we organize our critical success factor based on the dimensions accordingly. And here are the definitions of the critical success factors under different dimensions. Yeah, here's an example, the definition, the articles. And here is the list of elements and their critical success factor shortcodes. Yeah, so you can see this is a systematic and rigorous research. Yeah, so we show everything, okay, all the data set to the reviewers and the editor. Yeah, so future researchers can apply and leverage our work. They don't have to redo the work. They just need to, carry on using our existing data. Yeah, so we share this on the database as well. Then we did the mapping between elements of critical success factor and the analyzed articles, as you can see here. Yeah, the shortcode and the papers and things like that. Yeah. So yep. So that was the critical success factor systematic literature review for cybersecurity. If you are interested in the paper, feel free to email me. I will send you a copy, or you can download one from the internet, because it's an open access. All right. Any questions? Okay, next. Paper 3. Yeah, so this is another systematic literature review and classification for blockchain for cybersecurity. So as you all know, blockchain has been a hot topic, and we would like to summarize it, and get an overall view how blockchain has been applied for cybersecurity. So this is my research student work, and then we have published in this JCIS journal. So blockchain, you all know, right? I don't have to explain again. It is decentralized. Okay. This is a distributed ledger. And then, yeah, there are different types of blockchain, and why blockchain is used for cybersecurity. Yeah. there are a number of benefits, as you can see. So we did a systematic lead review, and we also organized it using EndNote library. And the data set is also available online for free. So researchers can leverage our existing data set as well. And this is our methodological framework. So from this hundreds of paper, so we have shortlisted those that are relevant from these databases. And this is our EndNote evidence. Okay, from our EndNote, you can see here. And then we did the thematic analysis. So for example, from this, okay, so we can tell this is for IoT. And then we organize it into a metrics catalog. Okay, so then we classify them and present this a use case of blockchain for cybersecurity, across different dimensions or categories, as you can see here. Yep. So then we can provide a comprehensive literature analysis on the current status of knowledge, or the so-called state of the art summary in blockchain for cybersecurity research. So the implications, like all other study, we should always provide the implications and also the insights for the stakeholders. Okay. Now, I would like to spend more time on this paper 4, Zero Trust Cybersecurity. Yeah, this is my baby, okay? Because Zero Trust is not only a hot topic, but it is also an important approach for this cloud-based computing. As we all know, since COVID, many companies are allowing hybrid working mode. Okay, so we can work from home or work from anywhere. Yeah, the hybrid working mode, and therefore cloud computing is the important infrastructure. So in terms of cloud computing, rather than in comparison to perimeter-based security, we need a new security approach, and Zero Trust is the solution for this cloud-based cybersecurity. Okay, so Zero Trust is the solution. And this work has been published by Computers and Security Journal and A-Rank Journal. And as you can see, I'm the lead author for this project as well. So Zero Trust, it means never trust, always verify. That's why Zero Trust, right? And then here's a table comparing the traditional perimeter-based security against the Zero Trust contemporary model. So we should never trust, always verify. Okay. And Zero Trust cybersecurity approach is better in comparison to traditional perimeter-based security, because it is meant for cloud-based computing. Okay, cloud-based environment. And here are the benefits. And especially nowadays, we have this hybrid workplace model. So we can work from anywhere. Yeah, and especially when we are working from home, we may be distracted. Okay, sometimes due to the domestic chores, okay, or children or others. Yeah, so that's why we need a contemporary cybersecurity approach, and that is Zero Trust. So the motivation, so because different security vendors, they introduce different Zero Trust maturity models, and therefore there is a lack of unified and systematic guidance on how to implement Zero Trust. So for this research, we identified the critical success factor for implementing Zero Trust, and therefore we help organizations to better strategize, plan, and manage their Zero Trust cybersecurity project. So we did this Delphi expert interviews with the Chief Cybersecurity Officer, CISO, as you can see here. Yeah, and then we produce this zero trust dimension table. You can see Forrester, Microsoft, they have their own model. So our model is the most comprehensive one because we cover all dimensions from identity, the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. And here's an example of our zero trust dimension. This one is the identity dimensions. So within these identity dimensions, we have a number of critical success factors. Over here, we have 9 success factors. For example, the employees should perform multi-factor authentication to access all business applications. And external users, third party, should also perform MFA by right. Yeah, because supply chain or vendors or external users, yeah, they are also important. Okay, so we should actually extend the MFA to them as well. Then single sign-on, yeah, should be encouraged or implemented. And yeah, you can see here, identity and access management. Okay, and also we should implement role-based access control. Yeah, and things like that. And the full version of our Zero Trust Maturity Framework is available at this link for all dimensions. So then we have also endpoint or device dimension, data dimension, network, infrastructure, application and workload, visibility, and automation. Yeah, so how to carry out this Zero Trust Maturity Assessment? So you can see here, we have this maturity level. Yeah, 1, 0 for not on the roadmap, and 5 deploy. So organizations or users, yeah, they can access their maturity level, okay, using our assessment framework, okay, and rate it accordingly. Yeah, and then the results will be visualized, okay, using the radar charts and all others visualization techniques. Yeah, for example, yeah. So and then we can compare to other companies as well. So here we can visualize the company's maturity level. Okay, ID2 is great. However, they need to work on the ID8 and ID9. Okay, these 2 success factors. Yeah. Okay, and this is the maturity level. Yeah, and then this maturity score, yeah, will be presented as well to the company. And then we can see, okay, the maturity gap and things like that. Yeah, this maturity framework is available online on the link that I've shared just now. Okay, so now I would like to move on to some tips for research publications. As we all know, submission does not guarantee acceptance, right? Especially for those Q1 top tier journals. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder, especially nowadays, you know, with the advancement of generative AI. Yeah, even now, this is only May, okay? Yeah, recently, when we were submitting paper, one of the journals already, I can see like, you know, 2,000 to 3,000 of paper submissions already. Yeah. So yeah, so it's very hard, yeah, to get through. Anyway, so now what is the most important success factor? Okay, what is the critical success factor to help our paper get accepted? Well, as you all know, this company, this UPS, right? One of the world's largest logistic companies. Yeah. Yeah. You know what key decision they have made? Just one decision, okay, that can help them improve their bottom line. So that key decision was no left turn policy. Yeah. Yeah, because you know in the States, yeah, they are driving on the different side, right? Yeah. Yeah. So with no left turn policy, the parcelman, they don't have to cross the street to deliver the parcel, and then at the traffic light, okay, at the junctions, they just go with the flow, okay? Yeah, and that no left turn policy alone can save them million gallons of fuel and therefore improve their profit. So one key decision, one critical success factor is be bold. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In order to ensure or increase the likelihood of our paper acceptance is try to provide a bold idea. Okay, like this example. This Professor Kaus, okay, yeah, who was a recipient of the Nobel Prize. he proposed this fiber optic concept. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, and today, yeah, we have NBN, yeah, broadband internet in part thanks to his contribution and innovation. Yeah. So yeah, we need to be bold, provide a bold idea. Yeah. Yeah. Rather than, having a small incremental, improvement. Yeah. So especially for those top journals, I realized that the bold idea is more important. Yeah. Yeah. So the editors, okay, I'm also serving on the editorial boards. Yeah. I know our time is limited. So always, we are looking for bold idea, some new idea. Yeah. Then it will really contribute to the field and the body of the knowledge, right? Yeah. And here you can see this is from this Professor Dorothy, okay, who was the chief editor of a top journal. Yeah. And this is her own work. You can see, yeah. Like her, I'm also a traditional guy. Yeah, I like to print out my papers and make notes, okay, and I read through them. Yeah. So you can see her work here. Yeah. A lot of reading. So drafting phase is important for us to read a lot. Yeah, read a lot, get the idea and the conversations, okay, about that topic. So writing paper to me is actually a conversation. Yeah, we are talking to the community, okay? We are talking to the scholars. Yeah, yeah, right. So I would prefer to write it like a conversation, okay? As if I'm writing to my friend, writing a love letter, okay, to your darling, yeah. So that kind of writing mode. And then in terms of literature review comprehensiveness, okay, we should always ask, have we cited those important literature? Yeah. Is there any significant work ignored? Yeah. Yeah. The other day, yeah, I was reviewing a paper, and that topic, okay. Of course, I'm one of the leading researchers, yeah, for that topic. So instantly I realized that, oh, this work, is kind of half-baked. Why? Because a number of important literature, were ignored. Yeah. So then, of course, I make this major revision suggestion. Yeah, you should cite this work. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Okay. Yeah. And then try to extend the contribution based on those existing work rather than claim yourself, as a whole new, contribution. Yeah. And things like that. Yeah. So literature review is important. And in short, reading, okay, read. And as I said, yeah, we should be bold. And that, okay, that also means great problem. We need to find the problem, like Einstein said, okay? Yeah, we should identify a great problem. Okay, not to come up with a solution and then try to reverse engineer, okay, to the problem. That's not the right approach. Okay, the right way is to identify the problem first. If we can explain the problem, okay, yeah, then we are on the way to solving the problem. So my friends, yeah, research problem is very important, and problem monetization. Yeah, so to me, introduction is a very important area. Okay, so try to improve or at least enhance our introduction. Yeah, if possible. Okay, yeah, because that is the section where we are justifying that this issue research, this issue, okay, or this topic, yeah, or this paper requires a justified or a focused study, right? It warrants a focused study. Yeah, so that problem is very important. We need to highlight the problem, explain why this is an important problem, why we should study it. Okay, so then so research problem is very critical. And in summary, research is fun. So thank you very much, and welcome your questions or comments or suggestions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, William. It was a very engaging talk. Do we have anyone in the audience who prefer to unmute themselves and ask questions from William? You can also type your questions in the chat if you don't want to ask your questions directly. Okay, in the meanwhile, I can ask you one question. In the beginning of your presentation, when you were talking about phishing emails, you mentioned that about 22% of the individuals opened the phishing emails. And I was wondering why opening those emails may put the organization at risk, because sometimes it's difficult to realize that it's actually a phishing email if we don't open it and look at the structure and see if they know our names, actually, if there's any typos in their emails, if they're providing any suspicious links and they're asking us to click on it, if there's anything attached to the email. So I didn't know that opening phishing emails might put the organization at risk. Is that something that I should be careful about?
Right. Yeah. Thanks, Dr. Mashid, for your great question. Well, over here we can see this is the records. Yeah. So of course, the dangerous part is clicking at the email, yeah, or responding to the email. Yeah. However, open here means like, you know, on the Outlook, we just click it to open. Yeah, that is okay, you know, opening. But here just a record, so we know how many users are interested in the email. Okay. So that does not create harm to the company though. So no problem opening the email. Yeah. So yeah, just for clarification. Yeah. But we should never click at the link, okay, or even open the attachment. Yeah. Even the same for our phone, okay, mobile phone. Yeah, any short SMS, okay. Yeah, we should never click at the link, okay, even though it may appear like, oh, this is from Telstra, okay, this is from Qantas, okay, the sender. Yeah, never open any link on our mobile phone, okay, never ever. Yeah, never ever. Yeah, if we want to open any message, we should open the app, like the Qantas app, okay, for example. And then, yeah, because that is a legitimate app, and then, you know, look at the messages on the app rather than from the SMS, okay? Never trust any SMS, in short. Yes.
I understand. So from this data on the top row, I can see that if we say approximately 3,000 individuals opened their emails, approximately 1/3 of them clicked on the links, right? Because
Yes.
about 1,000. So
yeah,
it's a significant number. Yeah, I can see that. Thanks.
Indeed. This is a very significant number, as you can tell. And this campaign was conducted at a highly educated environment. It is a large university, you know. So interestingly, although most of the worker, they are knowledge worker, while all of the workers are knowledge worker, they are highly educated, yeah, they are experienced internet users, and yet, yeah, so many have responded to the email. Surprise, yeah.
It is surprising. Did we have any more questions from the audience? Please don't be shy. You can type your questions in the chat as well. I have one more question, because you have done a lot of multidisciplinary research, and I am wondering how we could manage the different views between people working together, and when they are from different disciplines. For example, someone who's from business working with someone from mathematics, they sometimes can tend to have different views.
Yes.
How do you manage those different perspectives and different views when working with people from different backgrounds?
Yes, yeah, that's a very good question. As you can see here, my co-authors, yeah, like this one, Dr. Jiang, he's from School of IT, whereas I'm from, when I was at Deakin, I'm from Deakin Business School. And then Professor Chu, he's from Business School as well. But originally, he was at a School of Computer Science. Okay, so yeah, you can see I work with different researchers from a different school or different discipline or background. Yeah, well, to me, the project management is equally important. In order to ensure the success of our research project, yeah, we need to ensure the right member yeah, for the project. So for me, I realized that okay, I'm good at this like systematic literature review methodology. However, some context, some technical context, I need some expertise, okay, insights from the authors or researchers. So that's why I approached Professor Chu. Okay, I said, you're the expert of blockchain. He is the real expert. One of the world leading expert in blockchain. So yes, he's happy on board. And then based on our systematic literature analysis, so he will double check, if this classification is correct. Okay, so that's why, sometimes we need to recognize our weakness and then and fill in the gap. Okay, invite the right researcher to help with the project. So we need to have a big heart. It's very important. Okay. And for me, I'm always I mean a so-called big thinker. Okay, look at the big picture. Okay, even though the contribution from a co-author maybe just 20%, but that 20% it means the whole thing. Okay, so invite the right researcher. And sometimes also like let me show you another example. This one, Professor Shaw, he was I think the CIO, okay, of Huawei Australia, and he's an industry practitioner. Okay, he's not a traditional scholar. So we invited him on board as well because for this zero trust cybersecurity maturity research, we want to have industry insight. We want to make sure it is useful for the industry practitioners. So we invited Dr. Shaw to on board as well, and he also introduced us to a number of his networks. So we can conduct the Delphi study. Thanks to him. Okay. Because he has helped us to source to get the interviewees as well. So you see. Then also for my another project, I would like to share with you. Like this one. This one for this team, you can see, wow, this is a an international team. I'm from Australia, and Professor Wang is from Canada, and then Professor Popovic is from this Neoma Business School from France, and this is Slovenia. And then Norman, he's from Malaysia. You see, this is a a very an international team. You can see. And I was so excited to have them on board because Alex, okay, he's very good at theoretical perspective. So he has actually introduced us to this theory, which make our work, which has helped make our work more theoretical. Then of course Professor Wang, okay, son, she's very good at this survey research. Then Norman actually we hire him as our research assistant because before that he was a PhD candidate. So when we hired him, he was a PhD student. So he was the project RA for this one. As because you can see we have collected lots of data, and Norman is very good at organizing this data. As you can tell, the coding, everything is so perfect. So that's why the team is very important. Build the team first. I would suggest it's always important to build the team first, because the team itself is a critical success factor, and then the skills should be complementary. And then of course have regular meetings. So for this project, we have at least 1 or 2 meetings per week, okay, over like 1.5 years for this project. We keep the momentum. We have at least once per week. Even though we were so busy at times, but we still keep the ball rolling. And then one night suddenly Alex say, hey, why don't we look at this theory? Suddenly he came back to us. Look at this, because it can cover more perspectives, and then then Norman said, hey, it makes sense, because he's the coder. So keep the momentum. So meetings is important. The discussion, especially the discussion. Okay, sometimes just a half an hour. Because everyone is so busy. We don't have much to report for that week. But at least we keep in touch, just chit chat. Yeah. How is it going? Okay. Yeah. Or you're busy marking. Okay. Yeah. Okay. How about this? And then suddenly Alex say, hey, you see? So it's important, yeah, to have the conversation as well. Yeah. Keep the ball rolling. Yeah. That's my suggestion. You see the Nobel Prize, winner, this, the this physics Nobel Prize winner, Chen Yang, Frank, okay, probably probably some of you may not know him. So I got inspired, by this Nobel Prize winners. Yeah, I like to study, their research, and then like this one, like Charles, okay. Yeah, I got inspired by his courage. Yeah. Yeah. Even though that time nobody believes in fiber optic. Yeah. Yeah. And yet, he was bold enough to invest his time, in this. And because he realized that it is the purity of the fiber, yeah, that dictates. Yeah. So it is, yeah, and then we should have only like a single laser light. Yeah. So with that insight, then he works harder. Yeah, and eventually, see, it landed him the Nobel Prize. But unfortunately, for our field, cybersecurity, I don't think we have a Nobel Prize.
No, we don't have, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. These were very valuable insights, especially because I know that there are a lot of HDR students present today in our audience, and they will learn from your experience that it's very important to always expand your network and work with people from various disciplines, and they can see that it's only possible to have these many publications if you work with different people and value their feedback. So thank you for that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, indeed. It's also important we present our work. Before submitting to a journal, we should always present our work, even internally, okay, or to a workshop or conference to get feedback. It's important, okay, to get a feedback. Yeah, so that we can enhance the paper. Because trust me, okay, no paper is perfect. Yeah. Sometimes as you can see here, like let's say we have this paper accepted, yeah, by this good journal, but you may not realize that before that, okay, the paper was rejected twice by another, by other journals. Yeah, but the feedback, the comments from those journals were so constructive. Okay. Yeah, and we benefited a lot from those feedbacks. So we really thank those reviewers. Yeah. So takes, I would say, take, bad news as good thing. Okay. Yeah. Because eventually it will land a home. Yeah. So, yep, be constructive and, work harder.
Perfect. Thank you very much. We have one person in the chat. They're just thanking you. We have another question. I think it's Matt. Yes, Matt, please go ahead.
Hi, good day. Not so much a question. I want to give a tiny bit of pushback about one thing you said about zero trust. I agree with about 99% of it, but you said that zero trust has no trust boundary. That's not actually 100% true. There's a very small trust boundary at the zero trust provider itself. So when you're using zero trust, you're trusting the zero trust provider has not been compromised or is in any way misbehaving. Other than that, I agree with absolutely everything you said about it. Was very pleased to see it. I only mention it because my research actually butts into looking at that single point of failure that you get in the zero trust and trying to make it more robust.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not sure if I make that statement. Yeah. Because there is no 100% security thing. Yeah. Definitely, I agree with you. Yeah.
Of course, I don't want to muddy the waters. I absolutely want to stress that, much like you said, it is absolutely better than what than just about everything else out there. But
yes, yeah. Well, yeah, true. Well, the key point here is that for this cloud-based computing era, the so-called hybrid work model, nowadays we need a new approach, and zero trust is an approach, that could better cater to the cybersecurity needs. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt. For and I welcome,
Thank you.
I mean, let's explore the possible collaboration. Yeah. Feel free to reach out. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for your kind comments.
Thank you, everyone. I think if we don't have any more questions, we can conclude this meeting. With a special thanks to William for making the time to deliver this talk and deliver this engaging talk. And we are looking forward to finding new avenues to working with you and collaborating with you. Thank you, everyone who joined us today. And you're welcome to reach out to Professor William Yeoh if you'd like to collaborate with them in the future. Thanks again, everyone. Take care, and hopefully you will have a very good day ahead of yourself. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.